Hello, everyone, and once again, welcome back to Arbitration Studios as we conclude our journey across the whole damn thing of The Legend of Zelda. I'm JP Arbiter.
I'm Mrs. Arbiter.
And are you ready to finish the first telling of the story of a boy, a girl, and a man who is also a pig? And I don't mean that figuratively, I mean literally, he is a pig.
Sure, mostly because I've never actually finished the game myself. Might be kind of ashamed to say that, but
I don't think so. I am not a big believer in must play or mandatory play for video games in order to consider yourself, quote, a real gamer or a true gamer. Ah, that was a free rupee guy. Yeah, I think there are, like, must plays from an artistic appreciation perspective. You know, you must play Alien Isolation, you must play Mass Effect, you must play, you must play, key phrase there, play, Super Mario Brothers 3. I argue you must play Super Mario Brothers 3 more than you play the original Mario Brothers. But I don't consider finishing a game to be prerequisite to the ability to enjoy or criticize.
well, and really, with the early age of Nintendos, it wasn't always you didn't always have control over whether you could finish a game.
More so than others, because most Nintendo games you could finish in like half an hour.
Yeah,
I remember when we did a playthrough of Mega Man 2, and that was a single 45-minute video.
yeah, I remember.
So yeah, it is more feasible now than it used to be.
Yeah.
So
Well, I mean that the dealing with the battery on the memory cards
well, I mean,
when
back then you also didn't have memory cards.
yeah, well, I mean on the memory of basically you're dealing with the battery and on the unused game and having to hope and pray that you can finish the darn thing before it goes.
Well, I knew how to replace batteries in old video games, so.
Well, I did not.
So, little detour here because we need at least 2 rupees, and really we need more, in order to buy a red potion, so that sucks. Oh, thank you, Boulder. That totally wasn't a cheap shot at all. Spawning exactly where I spawned.
The boulder is not impressed.
Secret tunnel! That's only funny because before we were recording, you absolutely had to watch that particular episode of Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't even the Secret Tunnel chant, it was actually the Badger Mole song at the end of that episode.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sometimes things get stuck in your head and you're like, okay, I need to watch this, I need to do this to get it out of my head, and I'll be fine. And you take the time to get stuff out of your head.
And why did you need to watch hear the Badger Mole song?
Because I saw a legitimate mole in the yard.
So is the mole named Sokka?
I didn't name the thing. And I wasn't gonna go over there and ask its name either.
If no friend, why friend-shaped?
All I did was take pictures of it and let it pose for the camera so I could verify that there was a mole in the yard. And that was it.
And now, true facts about the naked mole rat.
And now I want to see the Boulder episode, because the boulders keep making me giggle and go, oh.
Voiced by WWE, WCW, and ECW legend Mick Foley. I literally think it was only he and Jeff Jarrett who worked for all 3 companies prior to WWE buying out both.
Huh.
Um,
Interesting.
ECW was a hot mess of a promotion.
There's always going to be one or two, right?
I mean, well, they leaned into the hardcore, bloody, brutal style of professional wrestling, and it's at one point it's not for me, and at another point, AEW is really like almost a successor to that kind of wrestling promotion. Okay, so do I go back to a fairy fountain or at this level a hot mess, or do we go balls deep?
Try to hit a fairy fountain if you can.
Um,
I wasn't prescribed a Nintendo.
no, I was. I was cursed with horrible, horrible handwriting, horrible hand-eye coordination when I was a kid, and so my doctor as a kid actually wrote it out on a prescription and recommended it as a form of what we would consider occupational therapy. So, although I really didn't get into Zelda until the Super Nintendo era. So, couple things. Listen to this music. So you can tell that, like, this...
It went into a minor key.
No kidding.
I guess when it goes minor, it's gonna go major. In-game.
Major, minor, yes.
Well, it's kind of like you can play one song, and then the second you change it to a minor key, suddenly it's like, that's not the same song. What's going on here? That's not the same song.
Yep. So, there is a trick to this. With this, there are essentially, like, two ways to do this. And they are dependent on whether or not... First off, if you come in here and you don't have the Triforce, there will be an old man who says no.
Oh.
Now, the two ways to do this are... if you have the magic key, which we do, you can take a whole lot of shortcuts. Because we need to get one item in particular here, and that is the item we absolutely need to get is the silver arrow. We cannot beat Ganon without it.
Got a silver arrow.
Yep.
Okay. Bubbles.
Bubbles! Now, there is another treasure in here, the red ring, which we got the blue ring extremely early on in our playthrough.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can just get that.
Whenever.
Pretty much, you just need to max out your rupees. Boop. Alright. Now can you move? Yes, thank you. Anyway, you don't need the magic key. You can... first off, you can buy keys from merchants.
Oh, that's good.
Ah, no. No. None of your bullshit.
What are those?
Likes. Remember they eat shields?
Oh, right. Suddenly I'm thinking they have the wrong name.
Well, they like your shield.
They look like... They look like just gelatinous cubes. I suppose they were an early form of them, one could say.
Well, gelatinous cubes have existed since Advanced Dungeons & Dragons, so not really, but...
Well, I mean, in
I
first,
see what you're getting for. There are these big piles of shield-eating jelly assholes.
Mhm.
So,
They're jelly. They're mine.
Anyway.
Anywho. Ghosties.
Wizard robes.
Wizard robes.
As opposed to wizard robes. Hey! I like those. And yes, in this case, because I have the magic key and I know we can skip a whole lot of this that I am using. I'm not using a full walkthrough, but I am using a map. So, in this, so don't shame me for that.
Heavens, why?
I'm talking to the audience.
Oh. Sometimes a tutorial's a good thing.
It's not even a tutorial, I just don't want to... The death map... First off, this map is shaped like a skull. So, you know... But that also means that there is literally a path for everything.
I could see that.
And it is a pain in the ass.
So it's easy to complete, so to speak.
Well, I don't know about easy to complete, but it is, Why am I going this way? Or why was I trying to be clever when I just need to reverse course after getting the compass? Just pain in the ass. Because that means essentially there's a room everywhere.
So easy to get lost.
Yes. Yikes! Yikes!
It's a weird queen bee.
Yeah. I forget how to tackle these things.
Probably
Could it literally be that easy?
You're only vulnerable as soon as you take down everything surrounding it.
Okay.
It tracks.
Yeah, I guess.
Annoyingly so.
Annoyingly so.
So is there a set room where you find Ganon?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Ganon's always in the same spot, but we have to get the silver arrow, because it's the only way to stun him, so that way we can actually swipe at him.
Oh. That makes sense.
The route that I'm taking actually will take us to the red ring first, which will help keep us alive. Speaking of keeping us alive, holy shit, snacks. Okay, let's... Nope, that didn't work. Alright. And now...
That is, in fact, a skull.
Yep.
Creepy.
I mean... It fits for the villain theme, right?
Mm-hmm. It does. It does fit.
No likes. I'm not dealing with your bullshit today.
You will not like my shield. I like my shield too.
Really?
What? I'm not apologizing.
I know you're not. I can still be disappointed in you, though.
Well, of course you can. I never said you couldn't be disappointed.
Okay. Let's just bomb that. Haha.
Do 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 do. Right on the
Damn
stick.
it! Not the snacks! Alright. So.
Well, that sucked.
Well, it did suck.
Well, this is one of the reasons you want to get that better ring.
It's also one of the reasons I'm using the map.
Mm-hmm. Staying alive, staying alive. Staying alive.
Again, fortunately, like those big bastard dragonfly queen bee things are dead, and they're gonna stay dead.
Good. One less problem.
One less problem.
Sometimes just one less problem is actually a good thing. It's a step in the right direction. Well, step in a direction.
A direction one.
Right, wrong. Even a broken clock is right twice.
Yep. Oi. Alright. Yep, we're just walking by you guys.
See ya.
So... Okay, we want to go down. Oh, I wish you guys would have dropped some hearts for me. Come on.
Little ink blots.
Come on. There we go.
They don't love you.
They don't love me. There's some easy guys down here that I could tackle. Actually, yes. With bubbles. But nothing for it on the,
Well, you tried.
yeah.
It's the best you can do sometimes.
That's the best I can do. And again, nothing for it. I'm already going to be using this. Which means that we're going to be stepping out of the dungeon eventually to get another health potion.
And another fairy fountain. Probably. But the more of the guys you defeat who don't come back, the better.
Well, at least with the major bosses.
Mm-hmm. Not
Okay.
minor ones, but minor nuisances are minor nuisances. You can deal with those. As long as there aren't gargoyles in the middle of it all.
Or bubbles.
ghosts. I hate bombs.
At least you don't lose bombs in between deaths.
Yeah, that reminds me of that reminds me of trying to
Boop.
before they did any patches or whatnot or changes to it, trying to play with that
Haha.
Fallout game.
Mm-hmm. Oh god, a Fallout game always releases broken. That's not even a Bethesda thing, that's just a fact of life.
Well, no, that's not what it was about it. It was the fact that every time you died, you lost every item you had. So you had to remember where you were when you died to go back and claim it. Caps, everything.
Caps everything.
Yeah, it sucked. I played some games where when you do die in the game, it's not as bad. Yeah, it's annoying. You have to find your body sometimes, but
Oh, Fallout 76. That's go
Yeah.
to the next room. Well, the only next room is here. No. Game, why are you doing this to me?
hey, they gave you it had a heart for you.
Yeah, it's trying to break that heart.
Well, I didn't say it loved you so much that it's not going to break your heart later.
Old school Zelda. Yeah,
Real heartbreaker for 80s kids.
yeah, it is a genuine small miracle that with how hard this game was, that it actually became so popular and enduring. Like I don't have a hard time figuring it out, but man, this could have gone a completely different direction in terms of popularity.
Oh, easily.
You know, so many players could have found it completely insufferable.
Well, it's no Dark Souls, but it was.
Oh, this was Dark Souls before Dark Souls was cool.
Oh yeah, I know. Before it was a thought.
Mm-hmm.
Some people would I mean, you hear of the Nuzlocke challenges and things like that with Pokemon. It just makes me think of that.
Nuzlocke challenges are kind of interesting, but I don't have the time or patience to do them.
They are interesting, that's for sure.
Well, and more clever entertainers than me have done them. You know, Team 4-Star did one that I really did two that I really enjoyed. One with a very modified game file, so that way when your character in Silver faced Red,
Mm-hmm.
they had it so that way it faced their character from Red and Blue.
Huh.
Which was fun. Complete with the roster they wound up with at the end.
Huh.
Okay.
So they modified that to Hackenback.
Yeah, but it was a modification that was... I tend to find mods or modded games to be in... Let me rephrase this. Actually, I have to pause to collect my thoughts here. I don't find mods themselves inherently bad or anathema or whatever you want to say. I find the people who are like, oh, this game is great if you download this list of mods. And it's just like, at what point are you playing the game? You know? You know,
Some people look at the with my interpretation with mods is that I think it's great and nice to be able to make the right adjustments where you're not breaking the game or making it overpowering. Like,
well, and
you're not making it too simple.
at the same point, too, you know, it can be fun at times. You know, I'm not, like I said, I'm being very careful not to try to not bash the practice.
Oh yeah, as a practice, it's interesting. Not bad
But
interesting, just interesting.
But the you know, people like there's this thing where Starfield, just to use this as an example, was a bit of a hot mess of a game. And there was I was wrong. But someone created a mod that turned Starfield into a Star Wars bounty hunter themed game. And I'm sure it's a fantastic total conversion mod. But don't blow smoke up my ass and say you're playing Starfield at that point. I also find the people who say, yeah, with mods you can I play on PC, it's a superior way to play because why? So that way I can give Jill Valentine knockers that would require back surgery. You know, guys, you're just looking for porn at that point. Come on.
Let's not do those kinds of things that just defy gravity.
Well, my point being that you're not there to play the game. You're there to play or to look at big old titties, and just be honest about it. It has nothing to do with the game itself because you can find big old titties literally. I'm about to die. I am about to die. So no, I did go the right way after all.
Oh. And you're gonna have to...
And we're going to have to
bounce.
Do it again.
But hey, at least you don't have to double back now.
Well, not as far as I previously have.
Yeah. Which is something. Oh yeah, the stabby goats.
Something wrong with calling them centaurs?
No. Nothing's wrong with them. Nothing's wrong with calling them centaurs or anything. I'm just... when you look at them straight or when they're on the sides, it looks like little goats with the... looks like the horns are just lower.
Well, what they are is, they're they are centaurs, but they also have, like, a lion's mane. So... okay.
That sounds alright. Are you just being taken to every dungeon?
Yes.
And you're trying to get to the right one?
Essentially.
Yeah, must have found it.
Nope.
Oh. Okay.
There we go.
Close, but no cigar.
Well, just...
the first time.
See, there's my potion merchant, but I need more money.
more rupees, please. Costs like, what, 68?
Yes.
And maybe get a few hearts along the way.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised we haven't made a Red Ring of Doom joke yet.
Eh. Rather not.
I know. I forget if the math equation that determines what items you get, if it's when you get a hit or if you take damage. Again, there is math to it.
Oh, of course.
Because right now I'm like, I need money.
Monies, please. Bring me the money. I needs it.
I need my cocaine-filled cough syrup in order to survive literal Death Mountain.
Yeah, that good stuff. Codeine stuff.
Oh, I don't want codeine, I want cocaine.
I know.
Ba-da-bow, 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 cocaine. Was that Eric Clapton? I think it was Eric Clapton.
I have no idea.
I'll have to find someone in their 60s. Well, need 10 more rupees. Come on, guys! Adventure ho! Not the flower dudes. They're slow to kill because you gotta wait until they stop in order to hurt them.
No boulders.
We break rules, we break checks, we break backs, we break legs. Oh yeah, we hurt people. Come on, buddy. Come on. Okay. See what I mean about they have to slow.
Oh wow.
And there are some of them that aren't even programmed to stop, which is like the ultimate cock tease.
Oh wow. That is certainly annoying.
All right.
8 to go.
Three. Please tell me I misremembered. All right. At least I'm not, like, saying, oh, I also have to get the meat again so I have a full inventory. Screw that noise. I don't care about my meat.
You don't care about your meat?
Phrasing? Seriously, are we not doing phrasing anymore?
Maybe you're not. 71, hey!
Hey!
You got it.
Chick-ching!
Now you just gotta make sure not to get hit.
Well, I can get hit a little bit.
From the flying pinwheels.
Oh, I'm saying I can get hit from the rocks.
I know.
I got a rock.
And roll?
Which kid was that in Charlie Brown who got the rock when trick-or-treating?
I don't...
Pigpen?
I don't know. I'm kind of ashamed to say that I don't really remember that. I remember the different Charlie Brown stuff.
Oh, it was from The Great Pumpkin.
I'll have to watch that again with the watch that again closer to Halloween for lols.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, you get the clock right at the wrong point.
That happens a lot. Wait a second, I could have just entered and exited. Fuck this game. I need to channel my inner angry Nintendo nerd now. I'm not going to test that theory, but...
Well, I figured you wouldn't. But still.
As tempted as I am. So... So the question is how to get there from here.
To get to the arrow.
I gotta... Clever maneuvering! Yay! Need that. Good. Ay. So, we go straight across. And we go straight across again because I don't need to go down. Then we go up. And
Thank you,
over.
old man.
Well, cleaned house that time. Haha. So we move that, we go down these stairs, and now we are roughly back to where we need to be.
And not half dead.
And not half dead.
Pretty important factor.
So we go here, where there was a bunch of blobs, goos, goops, goomers,
Slimes.
jism.
Slimers.
I do not approve of words that start with a hard consonant followed by ism. So, we go up. Oh, no, 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 no! All right. Whew. Okay.
Didn't lose your shield.
I was fast enough.
Whew. You will not like my shield.
No. Caged machine gun time. Oh. Okay. So in this case, alright. We go straight up. Aha! Alright. Then... Then it's up. We can bypass all this nonsense, go in here. Aha! And now we're supposed to be able to move that. Go down. And now we are on our way to the Silver Arrow, and hopefully... Now, where the bloody hell am I? Okay. Bloop. All right. Yeah, magic sword. It actually helps.
I can believe it.
Oi. Ha! Even if it's just one, I'll take it. So we go down here. Boop. Don't need to kill those guys. Oh, another one of them things.
Another lady bee.
Oh.
Hmm?
Would you believe me if I said we need to backtrack because I missed a trick?
I can't. But these things happen. It's okay.
That is the way to Ganon.
Oh, and you can't take on Ganon without the Silver Arrow.
Yep. See,
You can't get him to pause long enough to hurt him.
Exactly. The Silver Arrow is in the upper left-hand portion of the skull.
So it's by the left eye. One could say.
One could say one would be wrong. Essentially, it's like 3 rooms straight up. Okay. Wow, I am... Okay, I need to figure this out, so... Editorial... Okay, I figured out where I missed the trick. So that's good. Didn't die once while doing this, so... When we backtrack, you'll see, the audience will see the trick that I missed, but essentially there was a very obvious staircase that I had to clean up, or go through, that I didn't.
Ah.
There we are.
More of a, it should have been obvious staircase.
It should have been an obvious staircase.
But it wasn't.
Nope.
These things happen.
So now it's a case of which one of these blocks. I think it was this one. Yep.
Ooh, safe from bubbles.
And there's our trick. And this is the smartest that Ganon ever is in a Legend of Zelda game. The one thing that can beat him, the one weapon that can destroy him, he keeps in his own armory, essentially. How many bad guys actually do that? Not enough.
Mm-hmm. More than you think, but not as much as you wish.
Now, in fairness, so yeah, I had to go down here, essentially, to the upper, to the left side of the upper jaw to get here, and we beat the thing that was in here and moved on, and I just didn't go in here because I thought that that would lead somewhere else entirely.
And you were wrong.
And I was wrong.
Yeah. Right,
So,
wrong.
they're all just sense of direction.
Make things work. That's all to it. We make things work in the end.
Yep. And what's more is that I'm getting more rupees for my final confrontation with Ganon, so hey, that's cool. Because arrows cost rupees.
Mm-hmm.
Because the codebase didn't exist to make, on this engine anyway, to make, arrows their own distinct, ammunition type. Although, so having it so that each, arrow cost a single rupee, it was kind of an elegant, solution. At least I think it was elegant. Ow.
It's a good way to make it work.
So. Yeah, I'm not sure if I ever believed the, cowboy mythology that a 45 long Colt bullet was worth the same as a single glass of whiskey, and hence that's why we call it a shot of whiskey or a shot of liquor, but you know. It kind of a similar idea that I can appreciate though, so. Alright.
Well, it could have been that it was the equivalent in weight. Well, maybe. Liquid weight wouldn't quite fit, but...
Well... Alright. Here we go! We are about to finish our story of a boy, a girl, and a man who is also a pig. So...
Okay.
There is a science to defeating Ganon.
Of course there is.
So, first off, apparently we needed the Triforce to do this.
To
turn on the lights.
Turn on the lights.
Mm-hmm. Alright. Two. 3. Also, definitely need to do this. There we go. Done! Behold, the Triforce of Power. He turns into ash. And there's our babe. Who, her outfit will change depending on what ring we have.
Huh.
So she will be wearing blue if you have the blue ring, and green if you somehow made it this far.
Without any of them.
Without any of them. So. Thanks, Link. You're the hero of Hyrule. You goddamn right.
Finally, peace returns to Hyrule.
The end.
Or is it?
No, it's definitely the end. I don't have the patience for the second quest.
There's another quest?
Yes.
Oh.
It mucks with everything and has all new dungeon maps that spell out Zelda. So, but I have never liked the second quest, so we're not going to do it. Anyway, that was The Legend of Zelda, Mrs. Arbiter. What did you think?
It's nice to finally see the end of it, even if it's not the going on to the second quest.
Well, I mean, there's literally nothing special about the ending of the second quest. I completed it like once, and it's the exact same thing.
Oh.
So,
well, that's
it's just more challenging. That's all there is. So, nice to see the end.
It's a New Game Plus.
It's New Game Plus. Well, it's not even a New Game Plus, it's just a new game. Anyway, so yeah. Would you like to explore other Zelda games going forward?
Quite possibly.
Quite possibly. We're not going to move on to another Zelda game right away. We've got more classic Nintendo schemes that we want to do of the NES, Super NES, and maybe beyond that. Maybe some Game Boy and Game Boy Advance stuff too.
Ooh, possibly.
Possibly. So, but for now, I'm glad I did this. I haven't played through the original Legend of Zelda in a long time. Played through a lot of A Link to the Past, but anyway. So yeah, that is that. Anything else to say?
Nope.
Alright. Thank you all for hanging out with us. If you liked what you saw, be sure to hit the like and subscribe button. I'm feeling a little Mario, but I want to go weird if you'll humor me.
Define weird.
You'll have to see.
Oh.
So,